Every day, millions of people face the challenge of mobility. Simple tasks like getting up, moving to the shower, or transferring to a wheelchair can feel overwhelming. We exist because no one should struggle with unsafe transfers, no caregiver should fear injury, and no loved one should feel helpless. At Liftimo, we are dedicated to safety, dignity, and independence. Our passion comes from real experiences, helping families, caregivers, and individuals regain confidence and control in their daily lives. Because mobility is more than just movement, it's freedom, and everyone deserves to move with ease, comfort, and security. Welcome to Liftimo, designed for safety, built for life. Meet Karen, a kind, resilient woman who has spent her life caring for others. But today she faces a challenge many take for granted, simply moving from her bed to the bathroom. Muscle weakness has made even the smallest movements difficult, and standing for more than a few seconds is no longer possible. Every transfer is a moment of uncertainty. What if she loses her strength? What if she falls? These fears are real, not just for Karen, but for her caregiver, David, who has been by her side every step of the way. But today is different, because today Karen has Liftimo. In the first moments of this video, you'll see Karen sitting at the edge of her bed, a place where uncertainty used to begin, but with just one click, Liftimo's 180-degree split seat glides securely under her. David locks it in place, and with a gentle lift, Karen is effortlessly raised, just 1 inch, yet a world of difference. For the first time in a long time, there's no fear of falling, no struggle, no strain. Liftimo moves Karen safely to the bathroom where the secure seat and strong frame keep her protected. Even if her strength gives out, she is safe, she is supported, she is confident. But something incredible happens next. Karen grips the sturdy front frame of Liftimo, holding onto it for support. For the first time in a long time, she has something stable to rely on. And with that trust, something changes. She takes a step, and then another. Using Liftimo like a walker, she rediscovers movement she thought she had lost. What started as just another transfer became something so much more, a moment of freedom, of renewed strength, of possibility. Liftimo isn't just about transfers, it's about restoring confidence, safety, and independence. One lift, one step, one life-changing moment at a time. Before Liftimo, David faced the same challenges as so many caregivers. The weight of manual transfers, the fear of accidents, the stress of knowing that one wrong move could put both him and Karen at risk. He had seen others in his field suffer from back injuries, strained muscles, and fatigue. He knew that if something didn't change, it wasn't just Karen's safety at risk, it was his own. Then came Liftimo, and everything changed. For many, a trip to the bathroom is something simple, but for Karen, it used to be a moment of fear. Muscle weakness made standing for too long impossible, and even with assistance, the risk of losing her balance was always there. Every trip to the toilet felt uncertain until now. Now, Karen is using Liftimo as a commode over the toilet, and for the first time in a long time, she feels safe, stable, and in control. The strong frame keeps her securely positioned, eliminating the need for dangerous, awkward movements. No more struggling to balance, no more worrying about falling. With Liftimo's sturdy design, her fall probability is now 0. Karen can sit comfortably, take her time, and maintain her dignity, without fear, without stress, without the need for unsafe transfers. Also, showering used to be one of the most dangerous parts of her day. The wet floor, the slippery surfaces, the fear of losing her balance, it all made what should be a simple routine feel overwhelming. Every shower was a risk, a moment of uncertainty. But now with Liftimo, that fear is gone. No fear, no falls. A full circle of safety from bed to bathroom and back. What used to be a stressful and risky process, moving from bed to the toilet, then to the shower and back again, is now effortless and safe. With Liftimo, Karen no longer faces the constant dangers of pivoting, unstable footing, or sudden muscle weakness. Before, every transfer meant multiple movements, From bed to a wheelchair, from wheelchair to toilet, from toilet to shower and back again. Each step increased the risk of falling, required physical strain from her caregiver, and left Karen feeling vulnerable. But now, with Liftimo's pivot-free design, the transfer process has been reduced by more than 90%. One seamless movement takes Karen from bed to toilet to shower and back, all within the same secure, comfortable seat. No unnecessary lifting, no dangerous repositioning, just smooth, safe mobility. Back in bed, Karen smiles. She's no longer afraid of these daily routines. What once felt like a struggle is now a moment of relief, knowing that with Liftimo she is always supported, always safe, and always in control. Safer transfers, less strain, more dignity. Liftimo isn't just a device, it's freedom, confidence, and peace of mind. Freedom to move, Liftimo and wheelchair together. For Karen, mobility isn't just about getting from one place to another, it's about having choices. With Liftimo, an assistive device designed for safe and seamless transfers, she can move freely between her wheelchair and Liftimo, adapting to her daily needs. Karen enjoys sitting in her wheelchair at the table for meals, spending time with loved ones, or feeling the fresh air outside. But when it comes to safe bathroom transfers, showering, and reducing fall risks, Liftimo provides essential support as an assistive device, not a wheelchair replacement. David, her caregiver, can smoothly transfer her from the wheelchair to Liftimo and back with ease. No unnecessary lifting, no pivoting, no risks. With Liftimo's secure frame and pivot-free design, transfers are 90% more efficient and safer for both Karen and David. While Liftimo is not intended for prolonged seating, it plays a critical role in making daily routines safer, reducing strain on caregivers, and enhancing overall mobility without restricting independence. Liftimo doesn't replace, it supports, assists, and empowers. Because mobility isn't about limitations, it's about possibilities. Liftimo adapts to every need. Mobility is personal. Every individual has their own challenges, their own strengths, and their own way of moving through the world. But one thing remains the same. Everyone deserves to move safely, with dignity and confidence. For Karen and for so many others, simple movements like transferring from a recliner, sofa, or wheelchair were once filled with uncertainty. Every lift, every pivot, every step carried a risk, a moment where balance could be lost, where fear would take over. But not anymore. With Liftimo, Karen no longer has to worry. Whether she's moving from her bed to a recliner, from a wheelchair to a sofa, or from the bathroom back to her room, she knows she is supported. Her caregiver, David, no longer fears injury. The secure, pivot-free design means transfers are no longer a source of stress, but a moment of ease. The simple joys, sitting on the sofa to watch TV, enjoying a meal at the table, feeling the warmth of the sun outside, are no longer out of reach. Even her sofa, once too difficult to transfer onto, becomes accessible with Liftimo. As long as there's a few inches of clearance, Liftimo's legs glide smoothly into place, allowing her to sit comfortably without risk. Every nursing home, rehab center, and home caregiver will need to adjust Liftimo based on each resident's needs, abilities, and care plan. But what doesn't change is the peace of mind it brings. Some will use it primarily for bathroom transfers, others will rely on it for seamless mobility throughout their home. No matter how it's used, one thing is certain: it makes life easier, safer, and better. Liftimo is not a restriction, it is freedom, a tool that empowers, protects, and restores confidence. It's about more than just movement, it's about giving back control, reducing fear, and making every transition effortless. Because every person is different, but the goal remains the same: safe, effortless movement tailored to their needs. Every step Karen takes is a step toward strength, toward confidence, toward reclaiming control over her mobility. With Liftimo, she isn't just being moved, she's moving herself. Holding on to the strong front frame of Liftimo, Karen begins to take a few steps backward toward her recliner. Each movement is controlled, safe, and supported. There is no fear of falling, no hesitation, only the steady feeling of strength returning to her muscles. For Karen, this isn't just about transferring back to her recliner. This is exercise, progress, and growth. Every step she takes helps rebuild her strength, her balance, and her independence. What once seemed impossible, standing for more than a few seconds, taking a step without fear, is now becoming part of her routine. Her caregiver, David, watches proudly, knowing that Liftimo is doing more than just making transfers safer. It's giving Karen the chance to regain movement at her own pace without unnecessary strain or risk. She isn't just sitting safely, she's actively engaging her muscles, improving her mobility, and strengthening her body. This is what true assistive mobility looks like, a tool that doesn't just move people but empowers them, a device that supports, protects, and restores the confidence to move freely. With Liftimo, every transfer is an opportunity, not just to move, but to grow stronger, one step at a time. Built with love, designed for real life. Liftimo isn't just a device, it's a labor of love, a solution created by caregivers for caregivers, a lifeline for those who deserve safety, dignity, and independence in their daily lives. As a family-owned business in Phoenix, Arizona, Liftimo was carefully designed and customized for over a year to ensure it works in real-life scenarios, not just in theory, but where it truly matters. Rehab centers, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, and homes just like yours. For Marius and Esther, this isn't just business, it's personal. With over 15 years of experience as caregivers and assisted living homeowners, they have seen the struggles, the risks, and the physical toll that unsafe transfers take on residents and caregivers alike. They knew something had to change, so they built Liftimo. Because no one should fear falling in their own home. Because caregivers should never have to risk their health to help someone they love. Because mobility should mean freedom, not fear. Made with love, built for care, designed to change lives. A safer way to transfer, pivot-free and effortless. Confidence for residents, relief for caregivers. A must-have in every rehab, nursing home, and assisted living facility. Liftimo isn't just a mobility aid, it's a promise to make life easier, safer, and better for those who need it most. Because care should never be complicated. Liftimo is here to help.